First, you should know how to create a properties file. So let's create the properties file. So right click, new. So here is option file. If you don't find here, you can go to other, search for file. Then select the file, click on next and give the file name. So I'll give test data dot. The extension is going to be dot properties. So what is the properties file extension?
Dot properties.
Dot properties. Click on finish and give the input. So application URL equal to, so HTTP is, so linkedin.com. So browser equal to Chrome. Next username equal to select this password and like a lot of properties you can store here. So global properties for your application or any data that you want to give for your application. All that data you can put it here in this properties file. So db host equal to test.host.com. So db port 1521. So db sid orcl. So db whatever. So db username. That's enough. Okay. So these are the properties. I'm just storing in the file. Like this, you can store any key value pair. Okay. So in the properties file. Now, how you can read this data? So tomorrow you can change browser name, right, to Chrome or Firefox or Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, Safari, any browser, right? And here also username can change and password also can change, but these are fixed. This key doesn't change. So this value doesn't change, but this, the right side one, you can give any name, host name, any host name, right? So your test environment, for example, environment, for you are testing a different environment. Environment is all global properties you can set, like test
QA
or QA, right? Whatever the QA environment or UAT environment or prod, like this, different environments are there, right? So you can set this. So like this, you can set QA environment, okay? So you want to test in the QA environment, or you want to test in the UAT environment, you want to test in the prod environment. So you can declare here. Go and run the, so on prod. So the URL might be different for the each environments. That URLs you can store here. And then you can call in your test cases. So how you can read this data in your class files? So that's what I'm going to show you. Recording. Okay. Now I'll create a new class. Create a new class. Read properties file data. So read properties file data, take main method. I'm going to write a ready-made method which can be reused. Okay, which can be reused. So I'll put, so write a method to read the property property value from properties file. For given property key. Okay. So for given property key, you give the property key. Key means this one. So let me show you. These are all the keys. This is the key. This is the key. One key, another key, another key. These are all the keys. So key is going to be constant. Only value can change. The later value can change, but not the key. So you give the key and the methods that you are writing should get this value. So that's a kind of method I'm writing now. So same code you can reuse anywhere in your programs. Public, this method returns a string type data. Read property value. Read property value string key. Read property value string key. So you have to use string key. And let's use this string key. And you give the key, it has to read. So step by step, let's follow the step by steps. Step 1, create object for properties class. So properties prop equal to new properties. So you have to import this properties class. Next step is immediately you have to read. Okay, which file? Where is the file? You have to read the file, this file. So how can you read the file? So this is the step 2. Read the properties file location. So where it is, you have to tell. You have to tell to your method, okay, this is the location of my properties file. How can you get it? So I'll get the project directory location, this project directory location. Then I can navigate from here to here. Okay. So this path I will get. What is this path? This path I need to get. How can you get? I don't want to hard code. This is the path. This path I don't want to hard code. I'll get it dynamically through code. How can you get a project path? Current working project path. How can you get it? So let me give you this. So this is a very important. See, string current working directory equal to system dot get property. There is a get property method. So you give the key that is user dot dir. User dot dir, if you give, that will give you the current working directory path. So you will get that into this variable. So get property is returning. This is a system class method. System class method that is returning string type data. See, the return type of this method is, what is the return type of this method? String type data. So that's why return type of the method variable name equal to class dot static return type method. So these are all formulas I have given and I'm reusing again. Okay, but how to read? But then this path you have to give, right? The rest of the path, then src collection programs. Then here is your file. This path you have to give this rest of the path. So this plus SRC plus collection program plus this file. So this path I need to give. So how to read first? To read the data from file, so we have to use file input stream class. File input stream class will read data from the given file. So create object for file input stream class. File input stream FIS equal to new file input stream. So you have to represent a file. So the test data dot properties file. How you can represent? So you can create a file object also. You can represent a file object also. One more way. So I'm going to do this, but this is the proper way. I can reduce the lot of code. So I'll write first. Otherwise, I'll write here. Okay, I'll write here. So file class you need to create object to represent the file. To read the data from properties file, you have to use this. Okay, file f equal to new file, and you represent that. So what is that? Working directory. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good. We're good then. File is this one, and you import the file class. Now here we need to give the complete file path. Plus you specify SRC, then collection programs, then the file name. What is the file name? Test data dot properties. So this is the one you need to set. Then pass this F is representing this file path. Now you can pass F here. Otherwise, you can write this entire here itself directly instead of making one more line. Okay. So this is the code file input stream. So import the file input stream, and this is giving a throws declaration. This is giving a throws declaration. You want throws declaration, or you want surround with a try catch block. So which one you want, you can just select that. So I'll add surround with a try catch block. Okay, let me put this line only. I'll keep in the try catch block. See, so why it is throwing a exception here? This line, file not found exception. If file is not there, so it has to throw the exception, right? So that is the reason. So this is one. It is giving a file not found exception. Then FIS dot load all the properties. There is a prop dot load method. Load FIS object. Then this is throwing another exception. So add throws declaration. Now it will go and add throws declaration. It is giving here @throws IO exception it is throwing. So then finally I'll return the value. So what is the value you need to return? Prop dot get property. So you give the key. Whatever the key you are giving, that value it will return to you. So this is the method. This much code you have to write. The same code I'm going to reuse for I don't want to write the same for every time if you want to read. That's why I written a return type method. Now what I can do, I can call this method. So wherever I need, so I can call this method. Maybe you can make it a static method if you want still. Okay. typo. Okay, so now you see, I can read one by one. So application URL is static method means I can call directly. Return type static method means I can call directly in the print statement, right? Read, see, property value. So you give the key name. What is the key? Property key. Exactly, you have to give the same. You copy this. This is the application URL. See, this has a close declaration. Wherever you are calling the method, there also you need to declare an exception. Throws declaration, you have to declare. Otherwise, this will throw an exception to us. So now you can see it will read the data from properties file. Oh, file not found exception. So what is the issue? Let's see what is the issue. Application URL, you are getting a null. See that you are getting a file not found exception. Collection programs. Is there any correct only, right? See Eclipse workspace.
No, it's collections programs.
Okay, typo. Collections.
Collections, yes, should
See,
be there.
see it is throwing an action, but still your code is executing. The exception occurred, file not found exception. You are given a wrong file path. The file path we have given wrong. Collections. See, that is the mistake. See, collections, the path is wrong. So now you can run it. It will work out. So how to debug this? You can see first the main method. So class name dot main method. Main method which line number 36. First you can debug. But this method inside we have a read property value method. In the read property value method, which line? So you can see here line number 24. So here it is getting, and this F you are calling, and that F one more step ahead. So one more step ahead, you can see that. You can go and create it in the path. So the path value is wrong. So, and you can see here, this is the path. F is this one. So this is how step by step. This is called stack trace. Stack trace we call this. So you're finding out the issue. Now you can see. You can call. See, now you got the value. Right? So this is the how you can, like this you can get any property value. See, I want to call a few more values. Maybe if you want, you can store in the variable, okay? You can store, then you can print. Okay, you can, so now I want browser value. So browser value. So which is the browser? So you can give just browser. This is the key name, right? You can go and see that. Browser. So next I want username, right? Username value. Password value. So here you need to change username and password value is password. Okay. Next DB host. DB host URL. So DB host. Anything you give, see, you don't need to change here the code. So for example, tomorrow code changes. So the data is changed. So I'm going to change the data. So you don't need to share the code. So what you can do, you can go to the properties file. I can change here. See, I can change this to Safari browser. And I can change here to Facebook. So you change the URLs here, or I'll change here. I can change data here in the properties, but I don't need to change the code in this my file. Wherever I'm using this read property value method, I don't need to change. So that I can run without changing the code. See, you're getting the new values. See, you're getting the new values. See, this is the advantage of this properties file. This method, same method you can use anywhere if you want to read the data from properties file. Okay, clear? So this is the one of the method I'm going to reuse in our framework, and we'll see that. So with that, we are good with collections. All collections topic is done.